Hi everyone, I am Noelle with Noelle Rollins Art. So this video is part of the Path Forward video series all about learning from loss and grief in times of change. This video specifically is about a period of time after losing my mom and what I've seen in others after experiencing a death of someone close to you. It's called I Hate Everyone. So I'm going to read this chapter from my book. This is my book, Sacred Hellos, Messages from Heaven. How Science and Creativity Transformed My Decade of Mourning into Peacefulness and Hope. So this is the image from this chapter. It's a really subtle picture of someone playing guitar, kind of abstract, and I just picture like the rain coming around, and it's just, it's them going within and creating something beautiful while the rain is falling around them. And but they're continuing to make music. I think we all experience something somewhat similar to that at some point. All right, I'm going to read this directly, so I'll be looking off camera a little bit. All right. I hate everyone. I was riding an unexpected high after coming together with my family and having friends show up that I had not seen for years for my mom's memorial service. After getting messages from people from all parts of my life, having that much support was so meaningful. I loved hearing people share their feelings, memories, and offer supportive words. I remember noticing the gratitude I felt for the connection and the hugs during my mom's funeral. It was so special to me, even if it was a horrible reason that spurred it on. The last remnants of adrenaline wore off after a few months. My new reality had sunken in, and it felt too real. Life felt heavy with expectation and society norms that I was not meeting. I could not figure out what my new normal was. Life was now a fun house of mirrors and perspective shifts without the fun. One minute I was handling it all gracefully, then the next my footing would be shaken. I would feel off and overwhelmed. During the same time, everything around me felt shallow and fake. Hardly any of what I saw felt like it mattered in comparison to what I had just experienced and gone through. Society's constant need for small talk and superficial drama made my skin crawl. I wanted to talk about the meaning of life or what happens when we die. I wanted to talk about the signs I had been getting or talk about my deepest dreams in life and how we plan to make them happen. Life felt short, too short, for all the nonsense and time wasting. Anger filled me. I was not able to access my optimism and patience as I normally had. I wanted to yell at people to leave me alone. Let me be for a while. Do not ask or expect anything of me. This was true of family, friends, neighbors, work acquaintances, clients. Everything felt exhausting and shallow. The stage did not last long, but it was powerful. I've talked to many friends who've experienced loss and felt the same thing. Some sooner after the funeral, others in year 2. Selfish or petty sides of people can be revealed in the tough times. Others felt like they were doormats and overgave without appreciation. In the deepest pain, we can look up and realize that those we thought would be there for us are not. People do not handle grief like we think they will. Can we get an amen to that one? Tell me, comment below if you are in agreement with that. Some stories I have heard involve friends or families of the deceased that could not be bothered during a sickness or before death, but who stroll into town as if they had been there all along. They question a takeover with little regard for the person who has been doing their best for a long time and are now exhausted. It is frustrating and can leave us bouncing between devastated, annoyed, and irate. Create space. These are my tips in this. Create space. Say nothing you will regret. Be true to your heart. Know that if your deceased loved one knows the truth, it's a big one. They know the truth. You don't need to prove it to everybody here. Just keep doing what's best and act with integrity. Give yourself a break. If possible, find a safe person outside of those immediately affected by the death to vent with or share your feelings. So set yourself up for improved healing by surrounding yourself with people you trust. If you're having to go through this situation with people that are just not your people or that you don't interact with, give yourself some sort of out sometimes, because it can be like, sometimes it's almost like a gaslighting festival of everybody convincing you of the way something was, and you know that's not true. Other times it could just be really toxic energies coming together and it just drains you. So find a way to go out and recharge in a healthy way, or get stuff off your chest in a way that won't create situations that are unrepairable. Certain people showed me a dark, ugly side of themselves. I couldn't ignore it from that point on, and our relationships changed. Some have never recovered. Others recovered with time. It's okay to take time and create a healthy buffer between ourselves and the world. There is no need to justify your feelings and impatience to everyone. A tight-knit group that feels safe and familiar may be helpful to your anger and healing. I encourage others in this angry, frustrated stage to allow yourself to move through this time without over-judging yourself. Feel the feelings, but know you are not the feelings. Journaling can also help you gain some perspective and mindfulness about the situation, pulling your thoughts into an observer point of view instead of the center of the storm. It's the same for blogging. Even if you don't publish them, it pulls you from like the middle of that moment to like, you have to have a bird's eye view and like look down at the situation to really properly like analyze what's happening. And that can be really helpful to just get perspective. Apologize to others if needed to clear up past interactions. Find books or podcasts that resonate or offer help. Mostly give yourself grace. Try yoga, art. Put together a playlist of music that can pull your mood in the direction you need it to go. Talk to a therapist or a pastor or a grief counselor, friends, family, whoever you have that can balance out what you're going through and the tough interactions that you're having. Sometimes too, even having someone who knew you before grief and can help you sift through, because it changes you. And it's hard to sift through, like, am I just angry now? Am I just going to be an angry, bitter person? Or is this a healthy part of my grieving process? Here's the illustration that finishes up that chapter. Some angel wings. So I'm curious. Did you go through a phase where you just were so sick of everyone? Or did you have people that you had to interact with for planning a funeral? Or maybe someone was sick before they passed and you had to spend a lot of time with people that were, not your people, or maybe they handled the process in just a different way than you expected. Will you comment below? I'd love to learn from your experience also. And I think we all can bring things to the table and teach each other, where we can all take this horrible experience we've gone through and at a very least use it to help others so that they don't have to go blindly into that situation so much, and they can have some perspective on it. All right, you guys, if you got anything from this video, please give it a like and subscribe. I'm going to continue on this Path Forward series, just talking more about learning from loss and grief and times of change, and how we can put our lives back together and really use all of that grief and tough times as just fuel for creating a really purposeful, powerful life. All right, thanks for being here. Bye.